Oh, good afternoon. It is the end of the week, about to start into the weekend. Really good day so far. Actually went to work. Guys. Yeah. I told y'all much before. I work at a. Well, it used to be my full-time job before I started doing YouTube. But it's just like a detail shop. It's in my hometown. I usually just go there, work a few hours. I get to make my own hours. My boss is like really lenient like that. He's super cool, super chill. Slapped some tint on the windows today. Buffed some rims to the like the rims on the vehicle. Wheels, if you're that kind of person, if you will. Went to the gym with my not with my with one of my brother's friends from high school, because he has a membership and you're allowed to bring a guest with you under membership. I don't have a membership to the gym that we went to, but it does have more equipment than the one that I usually go to. And I haven't really got time to change out of the stuff I went to the gym in. Really just to take my shoes off because I like doing the live streams around this time. And then I have other stuff to do just around town and around the house later that evening because like after I get off here. Usually when I get off of live streams, especially on Fridays, I have a lot of stuff. Fridays are basically my chore days and then just my chill days after I get all my chores done. So basically when my dad gets back, I usually go around town. I have to put my weekly... it's like a check sort of thing that you got to put in the post office that I have to do every Friday. And I'm currently paying on a loan right now from the bank that I'm paying on. So I pay that. I try to pay it every month on a Friday, and that landed on this month. So I got to go to the bank, post office. I got to stop at a friend's house because I have to return something to him. And I actually bought something off of Amazon because he doesn't have Amazon. He doesn't know how to buy stuff off of like Amazon and stuff. So I had to buy the thing that he wanted off of Amazon for him, and just give him basically the money, or I had to basically give him the thing. So I already have it. It was like one of those 6-packs of travel spray cologne, just off of Micro Perfumes. Really good. It's the Valentino scent. I usually wear Gucci Guilty, but I'm honestly starting to change over to Valentino because it just has a much better scent in my opinion. Now that I'm thinking about it, it does have a much better scent. Actually, one day, it was just last week, I was cleaning a bus with my dad and brother, and I actually found some Valentino scent on the dashboard, and it smelled really good. So I'm thinking about switching over, but keeping the same scent that I have now. Not like spraying both of them, just like one day this, one day Gucci, one day Valentino, just different things. And guys, Travels Micro Perfumes, definitely not a sponsor. I don't think they'd ever sponsor me, but great products, love them. It's not that expensive. It's $20 for, Gucci is a high company. Gucci is, that's a million, if not $1 billion company. So who knows? They have awesome products. Super expensive products, but it's really great quality. And to be honest, for Gucci and Valentino, all on the same site on Micro Perfumes, is a really great deal to get those. I'm just saying, Micro Perfumes, great if you play baseball and you're traveling, football if you're traveling, just anything, track, anything that'll get you a little smelly. And maybe you forgot your deodorant or something. It happens to the best of us. You end up leaving it in your locker, you leave it at your house. It happens to the best of us, so we sometimes forget to put it in our bags. Then I would just keep like one travel spray in your bag and then keep the other one on you just different times. And if you forget one, you'll have the other one in your bag. Same thing with your deodorant. I can't tell you how much times I went to a ball game and forgot my deodorant, but luckily I had a travel spray, or I had a friend that had travel spray. It's not meant to be all body, but you just give it a spray right here. It's not going to do any hurt. It's not going to hurt you. unless you do have like a skin condition. Maybe it'll rash out. Who knows? Not a professional at this doctor stuff, but I did want to talk to you all about a little bit of stuff. So today is Friday the, let's see if I can get this right. Let's see if I can get it. 7th, Friday the 7th, Friday, August 7th. Tomorrow, which will be Saturday, August 8th, we are going to about 50, 60 miles away from where I'm at currently, to a super huge bounce house, super huge. We actually have talked to the general manager, GM is what we always call him, but for those who don't know, is yeah, my watch is dead, so is for general manager. So basically we are just going to go in there probably around, we're gonna try to get there around 2. If we can't get there around 2, then we're probably gonna get there, swing for 2:30, but better early than never, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to get there earlier than what we're thinking that we're gonna get there. So we're gonna try to actually get there probably around 1:30, because think of it, no one's ever on time, really. I mean, let's be real quick. So if I say we're gonna try to get there at 1, it's probably gonna be 1:30. So if I say we're gonna get there around 1:30, it's probably gonna be 2 until we get there. So we're always usually 15 to 30 minutes off. So I'm gonna say we're gonna try to get there around 1:30. So we're actually gonna get there around 2 or 1:45. Yeah, like I said, I'm super excited for this overnight, because not only is it, I mean, a bounce house. Who doesn't like bounce houses? I mean, you gotta grow out your childhood just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But you know, who doesn't like bounce houses for one? Awesome way to spend the night. Great place, because they have like those big indoor bounce houses. So it's a great place to just spend some time in. Yes, but you know, I mean, come on. I mean, let's be so real. I mean, it's a bounce house. If you're gonna have that opportunity from the general manager, and he says you can do it as long as you don't pop pop one, or you're gonna have to pay for it. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want to go and spend the night inside of a huge bounce house? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're 34. I mean, if I had the opportunity, I would. But not only, excuse me. Yeah, not only is it just so cool to be able to spend the night in a bounce house, but it is also the first, excuse me, it is also the first overnight that we are going to be doing in the second year of doing it. So this is going to be our second year of doing overnights. We've already went through a year. You know, we've already done all these overnights for a year. We're starting our second year of doing it. So this overnight is basically the kickoff to our second year of doing these overnights. We've done them for exactly 12 months straight. We done our first overnight. If y'all remember, a lot of people probably don't remember. A lot of people are probably like, no, you said that your first overnight was at a bowling alley because it was on the pink and blue list. That is true. That is really true, y'all. I like that y'all are looking back at that and realizing that that is what y'all think was my first one. So basically, if you go back, maybe deleted, who knows. I'm pretty sure it's still on there, though, because I think I seen it like 2 days ago. If you go back on the date that the Discord was made, which I'm pretty sure that was December 13th of 2025. I'm pretty sure that was December 13th. So if you go back to that date, you will be able to see all of our stuff. All of our stuff that we have done. So, because I posted that a long time ago, and you can always go back in the Discord to December, whatever month you want. You just go back to December 13th, and that's when I posted all of our stuff leading up to then that we have done. And the very first one was me saying, we're doing an overnight because around August 6th last year was when I was going to Florida with my family on a family vacation. So I was basically doing this overnight just me and one of my friends that came on the trip that I along. He didn't come with us, but he lived in the place that we went, which was Fort Walton, Destin area. So he did it with me, and it was basically just overnight in the or on the, like, if you've ever been to Florida or lived on a coast or anything, you'll know that basically you have the condos on the outside, which Galveston didn't have these when I went. Florida or Los Angeles did, but they were pushed back further, like behind roads, kind of like the seawall in Galveston. But anyway, not really the point. The point is, you have the condos, and it's in walking distance down to the ocean. So basically, it was overnight on the beach, but technically it wasn't the beach because we were still on the condo's property. So basically, it was like overnight, basically in the condo, but we weren't in our condo room. If y'all get what I'm saying. So that was basically our first overnight, and it happened on August 6th of 2025, and today is August 7th of 2026. So yesterday was just August 6th of 2026. So I mean, it's really cool to think of it. It's just really cool to think that we've already been through a year, because it does not seem like we've been through a year at all, really. I went through so much in this year, and it's not even really anything big, it's just, I got diagnosed with the heart condition. It doesn't really affect me, though. It doesn't really hurt. It doesn't do anything, really. But I got diagnosed with the heart condition, not in 2026, but it was early 2025. And after I got diagnosed with that, basically, I just got, like, super depressed for several months. I don't know. It was a hard time in those months because, well, first of all, one of my friends passed away. But also, there was one time that my brother was sick, and no one thought that he was gonna make it, but he did. And then during that same time, because I never really told anyone that was happening, but during that same time, other stuff was happening in my life, and that was like right before August of last year. And so I was like, I wanted to end it all, really. It was too much, really. And then I was like, you know what? I looked at my Bible, and I was like, I'm gonna start reading the Bible. So I read the Bible a little bit, and it was like, there was one verse that really stood out to me. I can't even remember what verse it was, but it said, that dream, and I posted a video about this, and it was just like that dream, and then it kept on going down, and I was reading, that dream, and then there was another spot down in the verse, and it said, chase it, and then below it said, receive my love. So, I don't know, that just kind of like stood out to me a little bit, and that's kind of when I made the dream and formed the dream of, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna continue on this YouTube path, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna build myself, and I'm gonna build confidence so I can keep going on, and so I don't get burnt out. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna diet. I'm gonna cut out soda as much as I possibly can, which I know y'all seen me drink a root beer like yesterday, but they don't have any caffeine in it. Root beer don't have caffeine. So I was like, I'm gonna try to eat better, drink better, just overall work on myself one step at a time, and hopefully I get somewhere, and that actually helped so much, because not only am I okay in my head now, but now I've lost several pounds. I've lost I think 13 pounds in the last year since I've been on this diet, and I know it's not a lot, but I'm a kid, and I was unhealthy, and I know it didn't look like I was unhealthy at the time, but I was pretty big. I weighed, at one point in my life, I weighed 209, because of the way I was eating and the way I was drinking. I had like, you know, those big, well, they're not really, they're really big, but if you go to Casey's, if there's any gas station, actually, I'm just using Casey's as an example because, you know, I'm in Oklahoma, we have Casey's everywhere. I don't know, their cups are probably like, well, I don't really know how to explain it, but they're like this water bottle, except they're probably like up to right here. Now, I would drink one of those, and if I look hard enough around this house, I bet I can find one. But, I drank, like Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola and Pepsi, basically just every single soft drink that you can think of. And I drank like 3 of those a day, like for months straight. And I realized that it was just dragging me down health-wise. And I mean, I was just like, I wasn't going to the gym at all. I wasn't, the only time I was really working out was when I was doing off-season workouts in baseball. And I always remember one time I went to my grandparents' house, and my grandpa was really the reason why I cut everything out, is because he looked at me and he was like, you need to start running. He said those exact words. He was like, you need to start running. And I was like, you know, yeah, I know you're right, I do. Because my face, I don't think I really had a double chin, really. I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but it did like go down just a little bit more. Like my face it looked swollen really because of how unhealthy it was for me to be doing that. And like I said, that gum that I chewed, so it was like 50 milligram gum, and I chewed like 3 of those every single day, and that was also really unhealthy for me. And I used to pop Zen, which it's not a drug. Zen is just caffeine based, really. And that was also early 2025, so right after I got diagnosed with my heart thing, which was horrible for my heart, and I don't really know why I done that, because if my cardiologist knew that, I would have probably got yelled at by him. But the last time I went to my cardiologist, which was probably like 7 months ago, because I have had concerns about my health from other people in the last 8 months, really. They've basically just, well, actually, my cardiologist, the last time I went to him, he said, I'm surprised that your heart hasn't, you know, done what it was doing again, because he said that there's 2 options that you can do, really. And the first one is an ablation, which is where they basically go into your heart. And I forgot what I think they said they like laser, no, not like laser. I think they said they cool stuff down in there to like stop the electrical, basically like muscle spasms that my heart gives out. Because I also have that murmur thing, which is basically everyone has that. It's just like a tiny little hole in your heart, really. It's nothing to be, you know, worried about, because everyone usually has it. It's basically normal. And I'm not saying that what I have really just like lowers my lifespan really at all, because it doesn't. It's really just a matter of time. Like once it starts happening, and you can kind of tell before it starts happening too. Like you can kind of like, you'll get all kinds of these weird side effects like 12 hours before it does it. But it's not gonna cause any like catastrophic damage unless you don't get to the hospital. Like if you see, the last time it happened, I was swimming with my best friend at a pool that we have in our city, and we were just having fun. You know, we brought a football. I was running and doing flips while I was jumping into the water. Probably can't do it now because well, my knees aren't that good anymore. But we would run, and then we'd just do flips in the water. We would do flips in the air while trying to catch the football, and that was kind of wild. I don't know why we did that, because I mean the concrete was just right on the other side. But we'd be right here, and this was an outdoor pool, so we would run, and then we would just do a flip or a cannonball or something. And while we were doing our flip, we had to open up our hands and try to catch a football, and it was really hard. But so after we got to finish doing that, there was an older gentleman in the pool. It was a little tipsy, but he was super, super, super muscly. He was down there at the other end, and he said, "Here, pass the football." So we passed it to him, and we were throwing it back and forth to him for quite a while. We were just playing jackpot, and because another kid joined in with us into the pool, and all of a sudden I felt like bubbles form in the front of my chest, and I was like, I don't know what that is. So I was like, I kept on just trying to move the bubbles away, but it felt like they were bubbles. So I moved up to the front, and at this point I was over, because at this point I was probably only, I don't know, I'm going to say 5'4", maybe 5'4.5", possibly even 5'5". I'm going to say probably around 5'5". But, and the pool was 5 foot. But I couldn't really, I mean, it was still kind of hard for me to swim in that deeper area. So I was swimming over the deep area, and just in time I got out, and I was going to feel my heart right here, and then I'm gonna go feel my pulse, and I'm gonna go feel right here in this area, and that's when I realized I couldn't even count the heartbeat. It was just so fast, I don't even know. I was counting one. I was expecting to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I kind of was like I couldn't even count how fast it was going. And so I went over to my mom, and she felt it, and she was like, "Yeah, that's not normal." So she called EMS. They came, loaded me up, and they were like, "You know what? We're just gonna take this kid to a local city around in my area, but they don't have really good ratings at their hospital at all." And I heard dispatch come over, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not taking him there." I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Yeah, we're not taking him there. Get him in a helicopter. We'll take him to another. I don't want to name any cities around me, but they were like, "Yeah, we'll take him there to that hospital because it's better." And we were like, "Okay." So they loaded me up in a helicopter, and they were digging around in my arm with that IV, trying to find a spot that they could put it in, because I was so dehydrated at that same time. They could not find my vein right here, so they were just digging it around in there, and I was like, "Dude." And so they were like, "Well, if we can't find it, we're gonna have to put it up in your because sometimes if they can't find it, they have to put it right here in your head, with your veins and stuff." And I was like, "No, you're not." That's exactly what I said. I looked at her, I was like, "No, you're not." And I said, "You're gonna put it right here, because I'm not getting one of those in my head. I'll actually, I would take a bullet before I'd put a needle in my head." That was before I realized needles are just needles. Really, I mean that's before I realized that, and an IV isn't even really a needle. All it is a plastic little tubing. There's a needle also down in there, but it doesn't hurt near as bad as what I thought needles and getting blood drawn used to feel like. I can't even feel it now, to be honest, because ever since I started using that new skin product, I couldn't really feel anytime they would put a needle in. And you may call me crazy, but use skincare. If you have a phobia of needles, use skincare, because when they put the needle in, you can't feel a thing. But you can't feel a thing after they put that needle in. When they taking the needle out is basically my thing, the thing that I don't like, because it kind of grinds on the skin a little bit. Kind of feels like pulling out a rusty nail. That's never happened. That's just how I imagine it would happen. But anyway, so they finally found a spot, and apparently, when I got to the hospital, they put me in the critical care room. Right after I got out of the helicopter, and the guy came up to me. His name was Sal, and I still remember his name. He was like, "Yeah, my name's Sal," and he just started poking me nonstop. He put 2 things in this arm, probably around right here in this area, and then the IV right here, and then he put 2 things in this arm, same spot, and then he put those sticky little patches all over my body, and I want to say he drew my blood too. 5 tubes. So like 5, 6, probably around like 8 different things all over my body. And so I made it out alive though. So yeah, I'm really just thankful to be here right now, being able to do all this with y'all, being able to share all my life stories with y'all, and being able to share what happens really behind the scenes. And that brings me to my next point. We're not starting anything new, but we are basically doing a behind the scenes thing on our what is it called? Twitch. On our Twitch live streams. But basically, we used to use Kick, Twitch, and YouTube every time we done a YouTube video, but we honestly quit live streaming, I think, a month ago. Those of you who don't even realize that we stopped live streaming every time we filmed a video. We haven't been on live stream on Kick or Twitch in a while for PowerX. But from now on, we are just going to use Twitch for behind the scenes, and we are going to use Kick for, excuse me, for y'all to see everything going on while it's getting filmed. And the reason why we haven't been able to do that is because it's only been me and Mateo. There hasn't been any third person to be able to film with on the phone for live stream. So. Of course, we have to prioritize things, so that is exactly why we haven't live streamed on Kick in a while for our videos. And YouTube is probably just not going to be live streamed on much anymore. That's only going to be for like conventions and things like that. And I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are thinking, like, why did y'all never go to Queens? Y'all should have been to Queens. Y'all should have been doing a convention in Queens. Well, it turns out the convention center was already filled up, like, for 3 different things the week that we were supposed to go. Second off, we had been to LA, and I know, okay? So, first of all, I know I said that I was excited for summer and that we were gonna get all this stuff going. And I'm still glad that we were able to do all that this summer. I really am. And I'm not saying that we're not going to do the Queens trip. But let me just get to this real quick. If you think of it, we went to LA, okay? We went to Galveston. We went to Dallas, Texas. Only one time. For some reason I feel like we went to Dallas like twice. But we went to Dallas, Texas. Okay, we have been all around the West Coast and Central Coast. So, oh yeah, and we went to Florida for a second time in the past 2 years. So, we have been all up the West, East, and Central Coast. Okay, we have lined the coasts up and down this whole summer. So, to the ones that still are dying to see the Queens trip, and to the ones that are just nailing us about seeing it, we would appreciate it if you would stop, because we are going to eventually get to it. We are not going. I'm just going to say this. My summer ends on August 20th. Today is the 7th. Okay? So what does that leave us at? If you do the math, what does that leave us at? It leaves us the, 13 days? Until my summer ends? There ain't no way we can go to Queens, get all of it. Well, there is, but I'm not going to do it because, there's something called scheduling. So, I'm just going to say this right now. We're not going to do the Queens trip in summer. Okay, that's just not going to happen. So go ahead and call that off of your calendar or on your watch list, because we're not going to do the Queens trip before August 20th. So, and I'm sorry if some of my audience is already back to school, or if y'all are just like really wanting to see that video, but I'm sorry, man. we deserve a break just as much as you deserve a break. So, I mean, and we've been grinding too. Like, not only have we just been grinding this summer, but we've been at this for what, a year and a half, 2 years almost. On Power 20, but on overnights, we've been on this for a whole year now. I mean, we've done so much for y'all's entertainment, so I really think that we really do deserve a break. That being said, we will get to it. We are thinking about getting to it somewhere in winter break or fall break. So, trust me, we are going to get to it. It's probably going to be months up the road, but we will get to it, and that, I'm not sure if that will be the first faraway trip that I've been to New York before. I haven't ever been to Queens before, but I've been to New York before. Well, I've passed through New York. I haven't actually been to New York, but I passed through it before when I went to Vermont. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this trip tomorrow. That being said, I'm gonna get off here because I got some running around to do, and I got some. I gotta get some cameras charged up, and I actually have to go out and buy a new SIM card for these cameras because all of them are filled up. I think this is gonna be the 12th SIM card I've bought since we started doing overnights, which that would make sense because one SIM card per month. So I'm gonna get off here and go do what I gotta do, run around, get the card. I will talk to y'all. Well, I'm not gonna be on live tomorrow, of course, because we're gonna go do that. Sunday, I'm not gonna be on live either because I work on Sunday, and I have a lot of other stuff to do that day. Monday, I'll probably be on. Tuesday, I probably won't be on. Wednesday, I'll probably be on. Thursday, probably not. Next Friday, I'll probably be on. So, yeah, thank y'all for y'all's understanding, and I will see y'all some other time, bro. All right.